Hey guys, it's San and welcome back to the BulbaSquad. So today we are going to do a top 10 best modern investments video. Yes, I know this is cliche, but you know what? Screw it. Let's just do it for fun. So, to clarify, modern, I'm going to classify as in rotation, alright? So everything in rotation is Sword and Shield base onwards. Got that? Got that. We are also going to cover the Japanese side as well as the English. They'll be going hand in hand in tandem. So, without further ado, let's get right into it. Number 10, Shining Fates. So, I place Shining Fates as number 10, which some of you might disagree, but who cares? So, number 10, the reason for it is it's weak, okay? They took a ton of parts out of this, turned them into promos, stuck them across a bunch of different products, and then gave you a bare bones version of itself. It's a hollow husk that's so distorted that not even its original creators could recognize it. So, it's just not that great in that regard, but it has shinies in it, okay? It's a shiny vault after Hidden Fates, so it does definitely have some strength to it, and the size of the baby shiny vault is very nice. While obviously there's not a whole lot to love in that shiny vault, I mean, you technically are kind of like doing the shotgun effect and hoping that, oh, it hits everything. Something will land, right? So, you know what? Shinies, I think they are good enough. They deserve this spot. Number 9, Battle Styles. So, I put Battle Styles above Shining Fates because first and foremost, it was the first return of the alternate arts and the first time we've seen alternate art VMAXs. People were quite excited for them. Yes, there's a lot of supply, and after a while, people got bored of it because honestly, again, it relied on Galar Pokemon for the most part, other than the Tyranitar and the Empoleon, but that wasn't really enough to hold it up. Eventually the prices cratered, but the reason I believe this would be a solid enough investment is the prices are kind of low, so that does help justify it. Remember, I forgot to mention this, I'm not using prices as the end-all be-all. I'm evaluating the sets on their merit for the most part. So, overall, the fact that it's the first alternate art VMAX set gives it a nice little edge, and because of its diversity, it definitely helps it hold its own. But overall, it is a weaker set. It is much weaker than the other 8 sets. We need to remember how many Sword and Shield sets there are. This is close to the bottom, even though it's in the top 10. Number 8, Sword and Shield base. So, yes, I think Sword and Shield base is better than Shining Fates and Battle Styles. Hear me out. The reason for it is we have Snorlax VMAX and Lapras VMAX. These are 2 OG Pokemon. That's very nice. It's going to give this a nice little 1-2 punch for strength. And you have the Gothic waifu Marnie. People really love it. You don't believe me? That's enough to really elevate a set? Go look at Shiny Star V. Remember how expensive that Marnie was? Go look at the Marnie Tournament Promo Collection. That thing's still expensive. It is very strong. And to top it all off, just the cherry on top, the gold Zacian and Zamazenta, and people actually do quite enjoy those. Obviously, they're not crazy expensive, but they are a fun card. Overall, because I think the way it caters to that Gen 1 generation, the waifus it has, because remember, Battle Styles doesn't really have that going for it. It really gives it the edge it needs to shine better than Shining Fates and Battle Styles. And it's going out of rotation. Chilling Rain. So, the reason I believe Chilling Rain is better than Shining Fates and all these other sets is it has a much wider just amalgamation of alternate arts. This amalgamation, again, has the shotgun effect in regards to we're going to hit a bunch of stuff and something will stick. Well, these Pokemon are very pretty. They do have some nice Pokemon mixed into it. Overall, I think because of the diversity, again, it's literally just an upgraded Battle Styles, okay? That's what it is. Because of that, it gives it the edge it needs to obviously be better than Battle Styles, and because it has more to it than Sword and Shield, because Sword and Shield, while I do like it, it is very weak. It's lacking a lot of stuff. It needs a better foundation. It has no true chase Pokemon. Chilling Rain has that exact same issue, but has more to help support it. Number 6, Champion's Path. So, Champion's Path is the gambler's just paradise. People love to gamble in Pokemon. Like, that's just been something people really enjoy as of late. When it comes to this set, it's the epitome of gambling. Charizard is viewed as the lottery. You pull Charizard, you win. That's just a narrative that exists. This set has not 1, not 2, but 3 Charizards in it. one of which is guaranteed in the Elite Trainer box. As for the other two, you can just go chasing them for fun. You don't think that's enough to hold up a set, even with a high population? Well, Burning Shadows is a comparable thing. It's not exactly one-to-one, because Burning Shadows is harder to pull, harder to grade, all this stuff, but you can see Charizard alone is capable of holding up a set, and that's perfectly fine. We don't know how it's going to age, obviously, but I think the Charizards is going to give it an edge, especially that ETB art. That ETB art, first Charizard, well, not first Charizard, but a Charizard on the box, that's definitely going to give it an edge. Number 5, Vivid Voltage. So, yes, I know, I said VMAX Climax made Vivid Voltage irrelevant, but still, when we compare it to these other sets, I think Vivid Voltage has an advantage, okay? We have the Amazing Rares. Amazing Rares make it so that even with the gold cards, or not the gold cards, but the green cards, there's still something nice to pull. That's priceless. The fact that I can open a pack, get a green card, and still think there's something in there, that's a value you just can't buy. It's just something so good about it. Then we have, obviously, the Rainbow Rare Pikachu. Whether or not that will hold up to VMAX Climax's Gold Pikachu, we don't know. Time will tell. But again, apart from that, the nice little catalog of trainers and all of them coming, that's definitely going to give it a little bit of an edge. But overall, it has been weakened by the more recent releases. Number 4, Evolving Skies. So, yes, Evolving Skies is actually kind of low on this top 10 because, at the end of the day, Evolving Skies is kind of a mess. Duraludon, I don't feel like it belonged in that set, period. Rayquaza, yeah, that's nice, but then the Eevees, they got pulled in, and then a bunch of them were pulled out. Like, where'd they go? They went into the promo boxes behind me. They went into Fusion Strike. You see what I mean? There are things missing from Eevee Heroes, and that really did hurt it. So, overall, Evolving Skies, while yes, the cards are nice, the opposite has been going on in that, yes, because it's such a wide vault, it's impossible to pull any individual card. Number 3, Shiny Star V. Not Shining Fates, you understand? Like, don't get them twisted, please. So, the reason I put Shiny Star V so much higher than Shining Fates is it's complete. Like I said, Shiny Star V is a bare bones version of it. It's like the little anorexic child that just didn't get fed at all, whereas the other one became a glutton. Like, it's ridiculous. What were they thinking? Shiny Star V is a gorgeous set. Shiny Charizard V, Shiny Charizard VMAX. Has all those other gold cards, has all the shinies. It has so much more in it, and it is a high class set. Because it is a high class set, you will get more pulls in a box, you'll feel like they're more valuable, and Japanese. The Japanese cards tend to be better quality. Yes, there's a smaller demographic, but on the flip side, the supply is smaller than the English side. Yes, they have been reprinting it, but because of overall how the set is, I value it as a very good investment. Number 2, Eevee Heroes. Yes, it is not number 1, and anyone who says it's number 1, you are wrong. So, when it comes to Eevee Heroes, yes, it is the Eevee lover's dream paradise. You want Eevees? We got one for you in every box. You open a box, you will never lose. And those of you who say that, oh, well, they make more Eevee Hero or more Eevees in the future, so this will not be the one with all of them. Well, the thing is, this is the first Eevee set with a true Eevee identity. We can look at Jungle and say, oh, well, that had all the Eevees at the time, but it wasn't Eevee Heroes. That was Jungle. What's the chase card in Jungle? Snorlax, congratulations, you get a cookie. So in Jungle, there's a lot of cards in there. What was it? Lapras is also a big one in that set. There's the fact that there's more than just the Eevees at front and center immediately disqualifies that argument, because this is Eevee Heroes. If you love them, guess what? You're going to go open that set. And unless if they drop like 5 Eevees next year, it's not going to hurt it. And even if they did, because this is the first true Eevee set in regards to they are front and center, they are the identity, it is built around them, it will still hold its own. And I truly do believe Eevee lovers have plenty of love to give. Alright, and so this is an honorary mention. Pokemon Celebrations. The 25th anniversary. Is it the 25th? I actually don't know. Yeah, it's the 25th anniversary. So, when it comes to it, the reason I say it's an honorable mention, there's a lot of supply out there in regards to the singles. It is so new, I didn't want to put it anywhere on this list and delude people to thinking that right now is a good time to purchase. Maybe in 2 years it'll be a good purchase, but the problem is supply is infinite at this point in time. There's so many singles, it's pile driving that intrinsic value into the ground. It's right next to the ET video game. And so, because of that, I cannot put it on this list in good faith. Maybe in a year or 2 years that will change, but right now, terrible investment. Number 1. VMAX Climax. Yes, you could probably guess this. It's so predictable. It's just such a good set, okay? We have character rares, which remember the green card thing I said? Well, character rares are exactly the same thing. They are in the green card slot. Don't believe me? Look at Cosmic Eclipse, just remember how they behaved. Then we have character super rares as the chase cards. Those are fantastic, people love them. And honestly, as far as I've been able to tell, people can't get enough of the alternate arts. Alternate arts. Character super rares are pretty much alternate arts. Every single set that has ever had alternate arts, they start becoming more expensive than the rainbow rares, except for very few cases with some flagship Pokemon that allow them to break this rule. But because of this, character super rares definitively have been more desirable than rainbow rares. And now we have the gold and black cards. This one's a little more tricky. When it comes to those, when they came out initially, I saw more positive reception to it than to the rainbow rares when they first released. People were torn on those. People didn't know, do I actually like this? It's hard to tell what I'm looking at. Whereas these gold and black cards, people really like them right out the gate. Yes, there is some dissent, but the overall acceptance of it was much faster than the rainbow rares. It took multiple sets for those to be accepted. Gold and black cards, it was one set. And then people were happy. They liked them. They were purchasing them. They were getting excited to pull them. So overall, VMAX Climax has the best design. It's a very well-rounded set. There's really not that much to criticize because it's got the Charizard, it's got the Pikachu, the 2 big flagships. It's got everything. You can't really complain. So because of that, nothing can really compete in my opinion. It's such a strong, well-rounded set. Eevee Heroes. It's Eevees, that's it. So if you don't like Eevees, you're not going to buy it. VMAX Climax, very wide range. And you touch on those Eevees. So that was my top 10 list. Tell me, did you agree, disagree? Tell me your top 10 list down below in the comments. If you like this video, please drop a like down below. It tells me what more content I should bring you guys. It truly is a good feedback loop. And if you want to dislike, go ahead. That'll tell me I shouldn't make any more like this. You guys like the channel, please consider supporting us on Patreon or just subscribing. It's free. And I'll see you guys next time. Bye, guys.